Good morning and welcome to the April Fool's episode of RUTV, the only news source that's more reliable than Wikipedia. I'm Clark Good and today I'm here with Matthew Freeman for another episode of RUTV. We have some exciting stories for you today, so stay tuned and don't touch that dial.
This week's RUTV scriptwriters are on a supposed paid vacation off the grid, so we went on the grid with Bing AI. All words said by the anchors are generated by artificial intelligence on this week's broadcast.
That's right, Clark. I'm Matthew Freeman, and today we have three amazing packages to share with you. First up, we have a special report on woman-owned businesses in our community. We'll meet some inspiring entrepreneurs who are making a difference in the world.
Then, we'll have a Bridi break with our principal, Mr. Anthony Bridi, who will give us some important information about the CAASPP testing that's coming up soon. You won't want to miss his hot tips and tricks on how to ace those exams.
And finally, we'll take you to the Redondo Beach Kite Festival, where hundreds of colorful kites filled the sky last weekend. We'll show you some of the highlights and talk to some of the participants who flew their kites high and proud. But as for this week, we want to thank you for joining us on this special day.
That's right, Matthew. It's a very special day indeed. Do you know why?
Well, Clark, I have a feeling you're going to tell me no matter what.
You bet I am. It's your birthday.
Oh, wow. How did you know?
Well, Matthew, I have a little birdie that tells me these things.
A little birdie? You mean like a Seahawk?
No, Matthew. A Seahawk is not a little birdie. It's a fierce and majestic creature that represents our school spirit.
All right. I'm so sorry about that.
Speaking of Seahawks, did you know that Seahawks are also known as ospreys?
I did not know that. I think you might have some more fun facts for us.
Well, Matthew, did you know that Seahawks can dive into water of speeds up to 80 miles per hour?
Wow. That's impressive.
And did you know that Seahawks can carry fish that weigh up to 4 pounds in their talons?
That's amazing.
And did you know that Seahawks are loyal mates who stay together for life?
Oh, that's so sweet.
And did you know that Seahawks are also fierce predators who will defend their territory from any intruders?
That's kind of scary.
Don't worry, Matthew, they won't hurt us. We're part of their family, the Seahawk family.
Oh, okay then.
Speaking of family, our first package is about women-owned businesses. Did you know that women make up more than half of the population but only own about 40% of the businesses in the U.S.? That's why we wanted to highlight some of the local entrepreneurs who are breaking barriers and inspiring others with their products and services. Let's check out this report by Mina Chepnik.
Hi, I'm Mina Chepnik. As we conclude Women's History Month, we can see how far women have come in this world. Let's take a look at some of the women-owned stores in our community.
Patty and Margot and I decided to open the business really more as a function of our love of books.
Linda McLaughlin co-owns Pages, a bookstore in downtown Manhattan Beach, which prides itself on being a quality independent bookstore with emphasis on connection to community.
We work closely with our customers, other community members, with other businesses in the downtown, and as a result, I think we all sort of support each other and become a part of the community.
Meanwhile, in downtown Hermosa Beach, Lori Ford established her store with hard work and the support of other important women in her life.
So Gumtree is a home and gift store and cafe. We have 2 store locations and the cafe is only in Hermosa. My husband and I are co-owners here. He runs the cafe and I run the stores. Before I opened the store, I worked for an amazing company called Habitat in the Bronx, New York. And my boss there was an incredible inspiration for me. She taught me everything I know. She was definitely my mentor and is now still one of my best friends.
Although the community is very uplifting, businesses like Pages do face some unique challenges.
Like a bookstore competing against the horrible online retailer whose name shall remain nameless, or even other big box stores like Target or even Barnes & Noble who can discount books in ways that we can't.
Despite these challenges, both women try to inspire and give back to the people in their life.
I can show my kids that they can do anything they want to do, and I really like to volunteer my time and help other young entrepreneurs.
We all share resources and I think all support each other, and I feel very grateful to be surrounded by people who are generous with their experience and support.
For RUTV, I'm Mina Chepnik, reporting.
Wow, that was very informative and empowering. I'm glad we have such amazing women in our community.
Me too, Matthew. Me too. And speaking of amazing women, do you know who else is amazing?
Who?
Our principal, Mrs. Brady. She always has something important to say to us students.
That's right, Clark, and today is no exception. She has a special message for us about the upcoming CAASPP testing. CAASPP testing? More like crap testing.
Matthew.
Sorry, Clark. I mean, CAASPP testing is very important, and we should all do our best to prepare for it.
That's better. Let's hear what Mr. Brady has to say.
Hey Seahawks, Anthony Bridi, your proud principal. This message is for our 11th grade CAASPP test takers. You're doing a great job on the English and the mathematics portion so far. I know this week you've been doing just some makeups if you didn't take the math and English. And next week, knock the science component out of the park. So 11th graders, keep up the great work and have a great afternoon.
That was a very informative Brady break from Dr. Brady. Thank you, Mr. Brady, for telling us everything we need to know about the CAASPP testing. I'm sure our viewers are feeling more prepared and confident now.
Right, Clark? Or are you still nervous about that math section?
Hey, Matthew, don't put me on the spot like that. I'm fine with math. It's the English part that worries me.
Well, don't worry too much. You have a great vocabulary and grammar skills.
Really? Thanks, Matthew. You're such a meritoriously felicitous and hagiographically commendable friend.
No problem, Clark. And speaking of good friends, let's check in with our sports anchors, Megan and Nathan. They have some exciting updates on the spring sports season.
Welcome back to RUTV Sports. I'm Nathan Robertson.
And I'm Megan Dang.
Baseball played Santa Monica on Tuesday night this week. Junior Nick Aguirre contributed to their win, going 3 for 4 at the plate, with 2 singles and a triple. They play Samo again for the final time this season at home tonight at 6:30 p.m., so make sure to come down and cheer on our boys.
Softball played our rivals Miracosta last Tuesday and came out with a successful win 5-3. Redondo had a total of 12 hits in the game, including Kyla Rowe, Skylar Sebesma, and Kaya Aguirre, all securing points. Senior Addie Madden had a great game, scoring a 2-run home run. Our girls have kept their spot as first place after the first round of league. Keep up the good work.
Girls lacrosse had an incredible game against Newbury Park on Tuesday. Our girls outscored the Panthers by 11 goals, walking away with a final score of 20-9. The team as a whole scored 20 goals on 26 shots. 5 of those goals were scored by senior attacker Sofia Gonzalez, who played great and drove the offense all game.
Boys lacrosse played Costa last week on Friday in a tough game. At halftime, they were down 2-3 and hoped to pull ahead in the second half, but they unfortunately ended up taking their first loss of the season, 7-12. Our boys played again on Tuesday against Oak Park in a very close game. They had a slow start and went down early in the game, but they fought back hard and scraped out a win, 10-9, for their 7th win of the season, making their record 7-1.
Track participated in the Meet of Champions Distance Classic, Mustang Speed Invitational, and the Simi Valley Invitational this past week. At the Distance Classic, junior Lila Fidio ran the 3,200-meter race, finishing 4th with a time of 10:49.38, claiming the 3rd fastest time in school history. At the Mustang Speed Invitational, Jet Collins got 2nd in the 200-meter dash with a time of 22.21 seconds, claiming the 2nd fastest time in school history.
At the Simi Valley Invitational, Dylan Curtis won first place in pole vaulting with a height of 16 feet and 1/2 inch, making him the 2nd best pole vaulter in our school's history. Dylan is now the highest ranked pole vaulter in California and 8th in the nation this year.
Golf had 2 great matches this week, first winning with a score of 198-204 against Miracosta, thanks to some low scores of 38 from Jack Aislinn and Doug Eastman. They went up against South on Tuesday with a score of 207-218 and a low score of 40 from our very own Elijah Hughes. The team has faced tough conditions recently, dealing with flooded fairways and strong winds on the course, so good luck moving forward.
Last week, our swim team hosted their first home meet of the season against Culver City. Both varsity and JV had an incredible meet, beating Culver by a grand total of 357 points and winning the majority of events. We also have 4 new times for our top 20 list from swimmers Gabby Nicholas, Maddie Malone, and Evan Bruce Chester. Over the weekend, our varsity swimmers also competed in the Granite Hills Invitational, where our varsity girls got first place, beating 26 other schools, and our varsity boys got second place, beating 25 other schools.
Boys volleyball had a great match against Culver City last Wednesday. Not only did they beat them in 3 sets, but they also kept Culver City from scoring more than 15 points in each set, ending the game 25-9, 25-13, and 25-12. They play Santa Monica at Santa Monica today, so head over and show our Seahawks some support.
That's all for this week.
Congratulations to all of our athletes, and go Seahawks!
Anyway, moving on to our final story of the day, we have a report on the Redondo Beach Kite Festival that took place last weekend. It was a colorful and fun event that attracted hundreds of kite enthusiasts from all over the state.
That sounds like a blast. I love kites.
Really? What kind of kites do you like?
Well, I don't really know that much about kites, but ones look like animals and superheroes and...
Okay then, let's just watch this package by our reporter Tyler Smith and see some awesome kites in action.
Hey Seahawks, my name is Matthew Freeman and I'm here at the 49th annual Redondo Beach Pier Kite Festival. Behind me we've got all these beautiful kites flying in the sky, and on the ground we've got people from all ages all around our Redondo Beach community. It's out here talking, connecting, having a good time, and flying these kites on a beautiful day. Let's go check it out.
The 49th annual Redondo Beach Pier Festival of the Kite was held on Sunday, March 13th. The festival turns the typically undesirable windy beach day into a beautiful community event, where people can fly a kite, watch students from the School of Dance perform, or shop at the small businesses on the boardwalk.
Today I'm here with this wonderful family here. They're here just flying some kites. What made you come out here to the beach today?
Well, Madison had a dance performance for the Kite Festival, and then we came out to fly kites after the performance.
What is your favorite part of this event?
I think just that everyone can come out and hang out together, and it's really mellow.
Big thanks to the Redondo Beach Pier Association, Memorial Care, Miller's Children's, and Women's Hospital Long Beach. This fun family event would not have been possible without the help of the event partners. The partners also pitched in for prizes for the most outstanding kites. Prizes could be won for handmade kites or just the size of the kite. We were lucky enough to speak to the winner of the largest kite prize.
This is the first time I've been to the festival here, and I brought this big, huge thing here. And flying it flies very well. One of the guys that I fly radio control airplanes, and one of the guys that I fly with actually told me about it, and so we decided all to come out. He's going down there flying, so I'll probably be coming next year too.
The Redondo Beach Kite Festival is a beautiful representation of the rich history of our city of Redondo Beach. An event created 49 years ago by a small kite vendor on the pier is still a popular attraction now. If you missed out this year, make sure to check it out next year for the festival's 50th anniversary. For RUTV, I'm Matthew Freeman, reporting.
That was so cool. I wish I was there. Maybe next year I'll join in on the fun and make my own kite. Or maybe I'll just borrow one from someone else. Hey, don't judge me. It's easier that way.
I wish I could fly a kite like that.
Me too. Maybe we should join the kite club next year.
Great idea. Maybe we can even make our own kites.
Yeah, maybe we can make them look like Seahawks.
Or maybe we can make them look like RUTV logos.
Nah. The UCLA blood drive will be on April 19th. Find the sign-up form in your email to get your blood taken away from you.
The Alcove Beach Cities Youth Advisory Group application is now open for the 2023 to 2024 school year and is due on Sunday. If you're 16 or older and want to get some leadership experience and join the youth movement for mental health access in the beach cities and surrounding communities, please apply ASAP. Check your email for the application.
Interested in keeping our beaches clean, working in a real lab, and getting volunteer hours? Come and join the Surfrider Foundation's Teach and Test program at Dive and Surf in Redondo Beach every other Sunday until May 14th. Meetings are at Dive and Surf at 10 a.m. Please contact Ronnie Crosby or Lalita Mudalingam for questions.
All items from the Lost and Found are to be donated next Friday, so please pick up any of your missing items in the office.
Wow, all those clothes in the Lost and Found must be miserable. Speaking of miserable, the musical that our school is doing, Les Miserables, is being shown in the auditorium tonight and tomorrow night at 7 p.m.
Well, Matthew, that wraps up our show for today. Thank you for watching RUTV News.
Thank you, Clark, and thank you, everyone, for tuning in and for making this birthday so special for me.
Go
Seahawks.
Go to Seahawks.
Take a look inside your heart. Is there any room for me? I won't have to hold my breath till you get down on one knee, because you only want to hold me when I'm looking good enough. Did you ever fool me? Would you ever picture us? Every time I pull my hair out was only out of fear that you'll find me ugly and one day you'll disappear, because
March 31st is Cesar Chavez Day, commemorating his birthday. Cesar Chavez Day was declared a national holiday by President Obama in 2014. Him, alongside Dolores Huerta, founded the United Farm Workers of America and championed social justice. He drew national attention to the agricultural workers who experienced inhumane conditions and unlivable wages. But through his strikes and boycotts, he inspired millions of Mexicans and people across the country and helped to improve workplaces, wages, protections from sicknesses, disabilities, core rights, and other protections.